After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Third down at 13. As they've got it as we resume action. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football. Because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Corcoran. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after second and 21. Back to throw. Corcoran. There's a short throw to his tight end, McKinney. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Throwing on third and long. Corcoran. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now here's Stroud, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
First down, Cowboys.
Stroud sets up the play action. Wide open is Watkins. He's got a bounce right at the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Stroud off the play fake. This is caught. Touchdown. Elijah Moore. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Denver's offense now set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Corcoran checking this down to Stevenson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Short pass caught by Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Corcoran gets there this time for the sack. And Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Bryce Behringer now. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Play action. Stroud now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Stroud to throw it. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamar Chase, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The York on now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down. Corcoran targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw again. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
The pass on first down. Complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2nd down and 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. Looking to throw. Corcoran. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Romeo Doubs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Mac Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game, and they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jahmyr Gibbs, a touchdown run in the victory. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Here is third and quite a ways. Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this out past the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Stroud.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
And Stroud now to throw.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here. Right now, of everything that was discussed at the half, just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked.
Team before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them. So the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Corcoran.
And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. These coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
53 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The throw over the middle taken in. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it. Success through the air.
On 3rd down, Corcoran.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Corcoran. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Stevenson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Corcoran. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
3rd down.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DK Metcalf, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. Downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Play action. Here's Stroud. This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Stroud off the play fake.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Broncos 14. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Running left is Stevenson.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down. Corcoran. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw on third down, Corcoran. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A gain of 17 yards.
They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he goes out right around the 39. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Stroud sets up the play action.
That is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Shreds him with a stiff arm. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. York now for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw on second down. Corcoran.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good. Broncos first down.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular. Oh, my goodness, they can go all day. And, in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for Dallas, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Denver, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.